Hello, and welcome to VREP tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to use VREP in order to make a trustworthy robot. I'm going to go over the controls with you real quick so that you can move around. On the top left corner, you should see a button that looks like a cross with 4 arrows going in different directions. If you hover over it, it should say Camera Pan. Click on it if it is not already clicked. This button will allow you to pan the camera forwards, backwards, down, and up. If you would like to rotate the camera, click on the button directly to the right of it. If you hover over it, it should say Camera Rotate. Click on it and rotate the camera. You can rotate the camera in 360 degrees. You can also move the camera up and move the camera down. Notice in the bottom right-hand corner the YZX axis. If there is any confusion as to which angle you are looking at, please note this axis. If you would simply like to shift the camera front and back, to the right of the camera rotation button is the camera shift button. Click on that to simply move front and backwards. If at any time you have trouble rotating the camera, you can always go back to the middle of the screen by pressing Fit to View. Fit to View is directly to the right of the camera button, 2 spaces down from the camera shift button. In order to add a shape to your simulation, right-click on the mouse button. You should get 5 options saying Remove Page, View, Edit, Add, and Simulation. Hover over Add. You should have 3 options, Floating View, Primitive Shape, and Camera. Hover over Primitive Shape. Primitive Shape will show you 5 different shapes: plane, disc, cuboid, sphere, and cylinder. Let's add a sphere. Now this may look a little bit complicated, but it's actually quite easy. Here we have different sizes for the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis. However, since we are dealing with a sphere, we only have one. For our purposes, we should use increments of 0.2, 0.3, or 0.5. Let's try 0.2. There we have our sphere. Now let's try adding a cube. Remember, right-click, Add, Primitive Shape, Cuboid. Now it's a little bit more complex. As you can see, we're in control of 3 different axes. Remember, Y and X go out, and Z goes up. Note how different the shape looks.
Now I will show you how to move the shapes we have just added. First, select the shape which you would like to move. To do this, click Selection in your menu bar, and then click the shape which you would like to move. After the shape is selected, look again at the menu bar. Directly to the right of the Click Selection tool is an image with a cube with 4 arrows pointing out. This is the Object/Item Position/Orientation tool. Click this image. Here, a pop-up window will appear. Under Position/Translations, there is a section titled Object/Position. We will use this section when moving our shape. Here, to move forward, backward, left, and right, you can basically drag your shape wherever you'd like it. To move the shape up or down, use the Z-coordinate box. Here we will only use positive decimals to move the shape up or down. If you use a negative decimal, it will move the shape under the plane in which you are viewing it. We will leave ours at 0.1. To change the color of your objects in VREP, click the object which you would like to change the color of. We will start with our cube, and then look at your menu bar. The options are File, Edit, Add, Simulation, Tools, Plugins, Add-ons, Scenes, and Help. Click Tools, and then click Scene Object Properties, which should be the first option. Next, we have a Scene Object Properties menu box that pops up. Click Adjust Color under Colors. We have 5 options on how to adjust our color. For our purposes, click Ambient/Diffuse component. So we have 3 options on the color, as well as hue, saturation, and luminosity. We have red, green, and blue, and in order to change our color of the cube, we will either lessen or heighten the amount of blue, red, and green in that cube. So if we wanted the cube to be green, we will turn down the blue as well as the red. And in order to change the color of the sphere, we will do the same thing. Click the sphere, then click Tools, Scene Object Properties, Adjust Color, Ambient/Diffuse component. And if we wanted to make this sphere purple, we will turn down the green and leave the blue and the red up. You can also turn the saturation, hue, and luminosity up or down if you wanted to do that. And use the camera rotate button to ensure that you have all of the objects exactly where you want them to be. You can use any shapes while building your robot, as well as any colors. These are just here to give you an example. And please make sure to change the color of your robot when making it.